Welcome to the DNA report. In this video I would like to discuss the recent 23andme update to the ethnicity estimates. So my family all tested on 23andme 3 years ago or 4 years ago now, and I tested maternal grandparents, my both parents, me and my brother. So across 3 generations there could be some interesting patterns that we could see. Here you can see the results of my maternal grandfather, and as a bit of background, all of my family are from Slovakia, but his grandfather is Hungarian, so he was born in what is now southern Slovakia. And my grandfather is the most mixed, if you will, out of all of us. I changed the colors here because we are basically all completely European, so I changed, instead of just having blue and green, I changed the colors so we can see. So grandfather is quite heavily Southern European, 36%. in the old update, and now it hasn't changed all that much. Now he's 31%. What has changed though is his second ethnicity. Before was Eastern European, 30%. Now more than doubled, and he lost a lot of green, which in this representation was Northwest European. From 19%, he now only has less than 2%, so something's going on there. I will just show you the results for the rest of my family without too much commentary. You can pause the video if you want to compare something more. My mom, so her parents have been presented on last 2 slides. Her results before and after. What I can tell you here is she lost quite a bit of Southern European in between the updates. Before she was 28%, more than a quarter. Now only 7%. So that's a big change, and her Eastern European went from less than half to nearly 90%. So she has these East Asian bits that I think could be connected with grandfather's Hungarian heritage, because, as you know, Hungarians, original people, they came from Asia, so I think there is still some genetic similarity even after hundreds of years, although small, 1% or so in this case. My father is from northern part of Slovakia, so very little Southern European, and fair chunk of Northern European here. With the update again, he went to basically majority Eastern European. He also has some Ashkenazi Jewish segments, about 1%, which he keeps throughout the updates. My brother here, again you can see the pink and purple disappearing, so it's his Southern European ancestry disappearing with the update. There's a little bit of Italian which went up, which is still Southern European, so not completely disappearing. but still it looks like the update has smoothed out his results quite considerably. Now let's have a look at comparison of my grandfather's DNA on the left hand side and my DNA on the right hand side of the screen. In the middle you can see where we match, which segments of DNA we match at. Because my results have been phased, my maternal chromosomes are always the ones on the top. So these are the ones I inherited from my grandfather. Some interesting chromosomes to look at would be chromosome 7. So I match with these parts. So it looks like grandfather gave me his Balkan there, and here in the beginning I have broadly Northwest European, whereas he gave me the French, but France is still Northwest, so the results have changed, but it is still within the region. Some other interesting chromosomes to look at. For example, chromosome number 12. So I inherited this little tiny bit of Asian from him, and then he either gave me this Eastern European or this Southern European. I have only broad European there. So you can see sometimes with this inheritance it can go from specific to broad or vice versa. These are again results of my grandfather versus me, but on the latest update, so 2020 23andme update. And as you can see, there is no Southern European anymore on my DNA, which certainly is strange. It could be that I randomly inherited everything else but Southern European, but I think it's statistically very unlikely. So what rather seems likely is that the new 23andme algorithm smoothed down more in analysis of my ethnicity and just bumped up my majority ancestry, which is Eastern Europe, and deleted bits of Southern Europe. Let's have a look if we can see any inconsistencies in these results. I mean, it's not hugely inconsistent, but for example, chromosome number 16 here, I do match with grandfather there. He's either East Asian or Balkan, and me, I'm just Eastern European, so something is wrong. Okay, the segment is not very long, but it's not short either, and I think it shows some drawbacks of the new algorithm. Here we have results again for my family between family tree DNA, the latest chip, so results version 3.0, and the old 23andme results. So we have my grandfather, my grandmother, and my mother. I've taken the liberty to analyze Magyar as if it was from Southern Europe and Baltic as Eastern Europe, because the borders in Europe are not so clear-cut, and I would like to just have 3 regions: North, South, East, and compare whether these two companies produced consistent results. Let's take a look. So we can see that the results did not differ by that much. 23andme in 2017 had quite a lot of broadly European, and you can see here for my maternal grandfather there's this bit of broadly. Say if it's Eastern, the results are pretty much the same. It could match. Maternal grandmother, again, if this bit was Southern Europe, the results are compatible. For my mom, if this was Western Europe, results could be compatible. And this is my father, my brother and me. Again, the same thing. And we can see results are not so different here. But I'm comparing the old 23andme results with the new family tree DNA results. If I'm looking at the new 23andme results, they would be vastly different. I think I have a feeling that the new results for 23andme might have a problem where they artificially increase my majority ancestry, and I'm losing the segments of other ancestries. So I understand these tests are not very precise on a country level, but I would expect or hope that it could say East, West, or Eastern Europe, Western plus Northern and Southern, so 3 parts. I would hope that these could be quite comfortably determined, but it's not the case. So please let me know in the comments below, how satisfied are you with the new 23andme update? Did you find out they were better for you or worse? And also, I'm looking forward to family tree DNA chromosome painting. It should be released in the near future. Then I can expand my analysis and we can see whether the chromosomes that 23andme thinks are Southern or Northern European indeed are the same as what family tree DNA thinks about these chromosomes. So thanks a lot for watching and goodbye.